Hello children. In the previous class we studied about the explanation of lesson 10, the storm at night, and I hope you have understood the chapter properly, and I hope you have read the chapter once. If not, then please go to the chapter once again, okay, and learn all the word meanings that are given in the chapter. And today we are going to do book exercise of this chapter. Question answers we will just discuss in short, and you will get the question answers in PDF. So let's start. Open page number 96. Understanding the text. Answer these questions. Who did the speaker live with? The speaker lived with his adopted family of 4 children and their parents. What did the wind do to the roof and the ceiling? So the wind blew off the roof and the ceiling. Next, where did the speaker and children pile his books and papers? So the speaker and children pile the books and papers on beds, tables, chairs in the children's room. How did the speaker and his adopted family spend the night? So the speaker and his adopted family, they spent the night huddled together in blankets and quilts as the storm blew outside. The next question is, why did everything turn golden? So the rising sun shone through the gaps in the ceiling and made everything look golden. When did the roof get repaired? The roof got repaired by evening. Okay, so these are the answers. Now let's start the exercise part. So B is complete these sentences about the house and the storm. The speaker lived on the upper floor of a 2-storied building in the hills. Okay, so first one is upper floor of a 2-storied. The roof was made of tin sheets and the ceiling was made of wooden boards. Tin sheets, wooden boards. Next, during the storm, the roof groaned and clattered. See, space is less, so you just write small so it can fit. Groaned and clattered. Groaned. Groaned and clattered. The rain hit the window. Hit the window. Next, and the lights kept coming and going. Kept coming and going. Fourth one. Rainwater came into the room from the roof and through the window slats. So first dash roof, second window slats. Next, the speaker and the children moved the books from his room and the books from the bookshelves into the children's room. So first one you write books from his room, second bookshelves, and third dash children's room. Children's room. panes. So snowflakes first. And second dash, window panes. Window panes. Okay. So I'll just go through once. The speaker lived on the upper floor of a two-storied building in the hills. Second, the roof was made of pink sheets and the ceiling was made of wooden boards, B-O-A-R-D-S boards. Third, during the storm, the roof groaned, G-R-O-A-N-E-D, groaned and clattered, C-L-A-T-T-E-R-E-D, clattered. The rain hit the window and the lights kept coming and going. Fourth, rainwater came into the room from the roof and through the window slats, S-L-A-T-S, slats. Fifth, the speaker and the children moved the books from his room and the books from the bookshelves into the children's room. After the wind and rain, snowflakes fell. The icicles covered the window panes. Okay. Now you turn the page. Enjoying the text, you can leave. Grammar and usage part. Okay. It is telling about adverb of adverb. What is adverb, children? I have already explained to you in English grammar. The words which tells more about verb or adjective or another adverb in a sentence, they are called adverbs. And there are three kinds of adverbs: adverb of manner, adverb of place, adverb of time. What is adverb of manner? Adverb of manner are the words which tell us how the action takes place. Okay, adverb of manner answers the question how. Okay, so they are called adverb of manner. Like he ran quickly. How did he run? He ran quickly. So it answers the question how. Okay, he writes fast. How does he write? He writes fast. So it is telling the manner in which the action is taking place. Okay, so it answers the question how. And it is not always necessary, children, that the adverb answer ends in ly only. As I just gave you the example, he writes fast. So fast is not ending with ly. Fastly is not there. Fast. Okay. Next is adverb of time. So this is how is adverb of manner. Next is time. Adverb of time. And this answers the question when. It answers the question when the action takes place. Okay, suppose if I say that well, nothing can be done now, or if I say that I will go tomorrow, so it is telling when the action is taking place. Okay, so it answers the question when. Next is place. It answers the question where. It tells about where the action is taking place. Suppose I say that children are playing outside. So where the children are playing? Outside. So outside is adverb of place. Okay. So now let's do the exercise part, children. A part. Match the words in A with the correct words in B to form complete sentence. So first one is you must speak softly. So it is already given. This is C part, not loudly. Okay. Second is you must chew your food slowly. So it will be E, not swallow it quickly. So first is C, two is E. Third, you must walk briskly. Briskly means fast, okay? Not slowly, A1. Fourth, you must ask politely, not rudely, B1. You must play carefully, not roughly, D part. Okay? So 1C, 2E, 3A, 4B, write T for time or P for place. Okay, you have to just underline the adverbs and you have to tell whether it is adverb of time or adverb of place. First is already given. Our school is closed today because of stormy weather. So closed when? Closed today. So it is answering the question when. So it is T. So that's why it is written T in the blocks. Now second one. We play inside the house on hot summer afternoon. We play where? Inside. So you underline inside. Okay. Inside you will underline. Okay. And this is adverb of place. Third one. He saw many tadpoles below in the water. Where he saw below. So below you underline. Okay. And it is adverb of place. Fourth, she will meet us early at the mall. So early, when will she meet? Early. Early is answering the question when. When will she meet? Early. Okay, so it is adverb of time. We looked everywhere but could not find the key. Where did we look? Everywhere. So adverb of place. Everywhere. Adverb of place. Sixth one. We stayed there for a month. Where? We stayed there. So it is adverb of place. There. Then seventh one. It snowed last night and we didn't even know. When did it snow? Last night. Adverb of time. It is answering the question when. Last night. It is time. Teachers say we can start the test now. When can you start? Now. So it is adverb of time. Now. Underline it. It is adverb of time. Okay, children. Now let's go to next one. Page number 100. So we can, means it is written words in use. Read these sentences. We stayed in bed for comfort. The creaky sound for the roof caused us great discomfort. So sometimes we add words like un or dis, un or dis before words to make new words. These are called prefix. When we add something before the words, we call it prefix. And when we add something after the word, that is called suffix. Okay. So these new words are generally opposite of the words to which they are added. Like if I say honest and if I add dis before honest, it becomes dishonest. So honest and dishonest are opposite to each other. So generally they are opposite in meaning. Like it is given no comfort, discomfort, comfortable, uncomfortable. Okay. So question is add dis or un to the words in color to complete these sentences. The old roof was rough and uneven. Okay. I will write it here. A. First one is you write uneven. I dislike thunderstorms. They scare me. dis. Third. It was very unkind of you, of you to not help your neighbor when she asked for your help. Please disconnect the old printer and use the new one. So fourth one is this. Next, one. Coco has become so disobedient these days. He keeps mewing all night. This. As some of them are unimportant. UN. 7. They scolded him because he was dishonest. dis. 8. 1. Did you unpack your suitcase after the trip? So you write un. Unpack. Next one. We watched the wild bird disappear into the tall grass. So it will be dis, disappear. And the last one, 10th one is, do you know how to not. UN, undone. Okay? So these are the prefix which you will add before the words which are given in red. Let's do the next one. The old roof groaned and clattered for many hours. The words in color describe the different kinds of sounds made by the roof. So we will, some words are given and we have to select the correct sound. Choose the correct sound words to complete the sentence. Pele squealed or groaned and ran away when she saw a rat. So correct answer is squealed. You can underline or you can make a circle. Squealed. Second one, the children hushed or clapped at the end of the performance. Clapped. Correct answer is clapped. The dishes clashed or clattered on the kitchen shelf. The correct answer is clattered. Okay, CLATTERED. Clattered. Jatin shut the car door with a plop or bang when he got off. Correct answer is bang. B-A-N-G, bang. Fifth one. The teacher scolded the students because they were zipping sheets of paper from the notepad. Ripping means tearing away. R-I-P-P-I-N-G. Ripping is the correct answer. Javed's mobile phone started clicking or beeping in the quiet room. Beeping is the correct answer. Okay, B-P-P-I-N-G. So first is squealed, second clapped, third clattered, fourth bang, fifth ripping, sixth beeping. Okay, so writing part you can leave and listening part also there is no need. So this is all for this chapter. So children, please complete all the exercises which I have given today and also learn all the exercises that you have done. Okay, thank you.